Well, good morning folks, and welcome to Roaming the Cotswolds. Today I've come about 50-60 miles west of the Cotswolds, right onto the Welsh borders. I'm in the town of Hay On Wye, and Hay On Wye is world famous for its bookshops, which there are at least 20 in the town, and it's known as the town of books. It's also known for its literary festival, which takes place every May and attracts visitors from all over the world. We're going to explore this little town, and I'll show you some of the most interesting things about it. It's a very unusual place and some interesting characters. I'm just showing you the castle here, one of two Norman castles. Obviously it's in disrepair, but it's still open to visitors. So come with me as we roam Hay On Wye in the Welsh borders. Well, Hay On Wye is a small market town with lots of lovely narrow streets and shops, and it's become a real tourist area for this part of Wales. It attracts people from all over the world because of its beauty. It's on the edge of the Brecon Beacons and the Black Mountains, so it's in a lovely picturesque valley. Obviously the River Wye flows through it, one of the big rivers of England and Wales. And obviously the literary festival brings thousands and thousands, I think up to 80,000 people from all over the world. And the bookshops are a constant attraction for people who just love second-hand books. But as I said, there's over 20 books shops at the moment. That's down from, in its heyday in the 80s and 90s, when I think they're more like 30 or 40. Some have closed, some are still going. This is the clock tower, a very a landmark of Hay On Wye. I don't know the history, but it's a beautiful monument. It's a bit of a grey day today, so we're not seeing Hay On Wye at its best, but it still has a lot of beauty and charm, even on a moody, cloudy, rainy day, which we have today. Getting quite busy already, as you can see from these streets. I'll just take you down to the main high street. We're coming up to one of the famous bookshops in Hay On Wye. This is a bookshop of Richardbooth, second-hand and new books. And Richardbooth really set up Hay On Wye as a book town. He opened this shop in 1962. This was the old fire station, so the first bookshop was called the Old Fire Station. And Richard Booth started this interest in second-hand books. And the interesting thing about Richard Booth is he was a bit of an eccentric. On April the 1st, April Fool's Day in 1977, he proclaimed himself king of the Hay On Wye, and he proclaimed that Hay was an independent republic. He introduced his own currency, his own laws, and he even made his dog, which I think was a Alsatian, Hay On Wye's prime minister. It was, of course, a publicity stunt to promote Hay On Wye, and it worked, because it really did put Hay On Wye on the map. And for years and years, he was known in the streets and pubs and shops as King Richard of Hay On Wye. They even had a national anthem that they played every year on the anniversary of his coronation and the Declaration of Independence. And the national anthem was composed by Les Penning. Les Penning is a local to Hay On Wye. He recorded Hergus Ridge and Omadorn with Mike Oldfield, who also lived nearby in Kington. And he wrote the music. Obviously the connection with Mike Oldfield helped. And yeah, it's become one of the oddities of living in Hay On Wye. Now in the 1990s, there was a attempted Republican coup to get rid of the king. A number of disaffected booksellers who resented Richard Booth's success got together to try and depose him and institute a commonwealth in Hay On Wye. This was all tongue-in-cheek. Again, a big publicity stunt. And it was defeated. And there was a mock execution of the leaders of the Republican movement, and a beheading, in fact. And this beheading, grisly as it sounds, with its own dummy image of some of the Cromwellian publicans, was held here, which is the historic market of Hay On Wye. And this is where the ceremony took place, and even a papier-mâché head fell into a basket. Richard Booth moved away from Hay On Wye until his death, but he'll always be fondly remembered as the man who put Hay On Wye on the map and made it the town of books. Here we are in the historic marketplace. This is particularly beautiful at Christmas time, when you get people selling Christmas gifts, Christmas presents, and yeah, it's empty today because it's a Sunday, but it's a beautiful little place and well worth a visit. Beautiful roof. As I said before, Hay On Wye is famous for its literary festival, and this takes place every May and runs for 10 days, and it attracts thousands of visitors from all over the world. Americans, Australians have been here, everywhere. And this literary festival started in the 80s, and it's grown and grown to the point where it's probably the biggest literary festival in Europe. And it's been described by one US president as the Woodstock for the mind. Here we are along none of the main streets in Hay. Bookshops to the left and to the right. And it's just a lovely little place to come. Lots of independent shops. Lots of places selling interesting items, clothing. One into the nicest bookshops in. That's Addyman Annex. Got this little alleyway here because there's some interesting shops just up here. Through here. Some interesting little places up here, look. Hay On Wye's first book of two. First book two. It's one of my favourite shops in Hay. This is a Satori. They specialise in crystals, jewellery, wind chimes. They've even got a candle cave. I don't know if you can hear. Hay On Wye is on the edge of the Brecon Beacons and the Black Mountains, two absolutely outstanding areas of national beauty. And you can walk along Offasdyke trail from Hay On Wye in one direction to Kington in Herefordshire, and in the other direction over Hay Bluff and the Black Mountains to Pandy in South Wales. And it's an absolutely glorious part of the world. We're coming to the end of our walk through Hay On Wye. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's given you inspiration to come and visit one day. You can order books online if you're not in this position to come and visit. But please do come. Come back and see Richard Booth, King Richard, the self-proclaimed king of Hay On Wye, who started this book town revolution and set up the kingdom of Hay On Wye in those strange but exciting years of the 70s and 80s. Thanks very much for watching. Sorry it's not sunny and beautiful, but sometimes that's what you get in Wales. Look at that lovely building. That is the regional fire station. Look at that. Please like, share, and please subscribe. It's free. It's a click of a button at the bottom of the video. It does mean you won't miss another video, and it helps me with the channel. So let's leave it there with the clock tower and the rain and more bookshops. Thank you for watching, and there'll be another video soon. This time it'll be back in the Cotswolds, but as we were on a walking trip here this weekend, obviously I couldn't film in the Cotswolds, but Hay On Wye in itself is a beautiful place and I thought you'd like to see it. It's pouring with rain now, so thank you very much once again, and bye for now. Bye bye.